Okay, we're going to try this again. This is our second try at a live stream. We had to go with a backup phone that I have. So we'll let a few people get on here. We've had a great morning here in Portland. It's raining down here. We're getting a little bit of rain. And you can see the sidewalks are all wet. And we've still got quite a few of the supporters here behind me that are waiting on me to finish up. But I got some information on Marcus Mumford today, Ammon Bundy's attorney. He was in court here. We've got some updates from Nevada, and so things are looking good down here. We just got out of court here a few minutes ago. I tried to live stream. We've been having some very poor phone service for some. I see someone on here says they have audio only. So I'm not for sure what's going on. I know Nevada and Portland both have had problems. Hello, Linda. I'm glad everybody's back. We'll try to get you updated here. See Caroline from Ohio. Wayne, how you doing? It's good to see everybody. We've had quite a few other supporters that came today that hadn't been here yesterday. It's always awesome to see new people pop in and out. In support of our political prisoners and our guys that are on trial. We'll go to talk about Marcus Mumford for a minute. I know he was Ammon Bundy's attorney. He was tased in the courtroom, and he was ended up charged with 3 counts for the conduct that happened there. He is expected to go to trial sometime in April. Today he said that he has intentions on subpoenaing Judge Anna Brown as a witness because she was there present, and he's got several other people that he's going to call up too. He also they've got several filings here of dismissal probably. They don't want Judge Anna Brown to be a witness. The prosecutors strongly objecting to that, but they're fighting for that and his right to a jury also. Since his charges are misdemeanors only, they don't want to give him a jury trial. But so they haven't confirmed what they're going to allow either way. The motions were heard today, and hopefully in a couple of days that will come out whether he gets a jury trial and whether Judge Anna Brown is going to be called up as a witness in that case. So some more injustice being done even to an attorney. His attorney is fighting. Well, we got somebody sneaking up. Giving me some rabbit ears.
You didn't see me come.
So his attorney's a fireball. His attorney's fighting just as strong as Mumford. Everybody look at Jake here for a minute.
No!
Look at that. He doesn't have any hair. Jake had to have a haircut. And I was told that Jake Ryan's sister cut his hair. That was a mistake. So Mumford's in good hands. Things are going really good there. So let's hope things go good there. Before I go any further, I'm going to turn the camera around a moment. There's a couple of supporters that have been down here all through the first trial, supporting us throughout the summer. And they informed me today that this coming Saturday they're getting baptized as a couple and in the church. So I'm going to turn the camera around and just talk to them just a moment. And let's see here. See if it turns around or not. There we go. So tell everybody hi and what your names are.
Hi, I'm Gloria.
I'm Alan.
Gloria and Alan. So you said you're going to both get baptized together this coming Saturday.
Yes.
Right.
So it's a decision. You said that because of this whole trial that it was a big impact on your life, and you've seen something different in everybody, and you decided to make this big step forward, right?
All these patriots.
Yeah. All these patriots and everything, these fantastic people down here, and the prayers we've been doing and everything, it's showed us a lot. That helped make our decision.
Well, that's awesome.
I think that I don't think I've ever known a better group of people, a nicer, more loving group of people. And it's our joy to become a part of that group.
That's pretty neat. Well, it's great to have you guys here, and I know I enjoyed seeing you guys throughout the whole summer this last year. It's always nice to see friendly faces and stuff. So thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
So we'll go to Nevada first and give you a quick update over there. I talked to Brand Thornton. I know there's some updates over there too, and they were having some poor phone service. But I talked to Brand on the phone, and he said that the people in court there today that was observing, that they said Todd Engel hit another home run today. He did awesome in court. I know all the defense team is a strong defense team there, and they're fighting strong. They said it got brought up about the 4 informants that were there among all the people that were there protesting peacefully and that were causing some problems. Them names are trying to be held from the public and sealed, so they're fighting to have those names released. The government, what has been proven here is they don't want the truth out, so they're always trying to hide bits and pieces of important information and names of these people that have caused problems. And these FBI informants, a lot of them have caused a lot of problems and caused what's been happening here. And both the incidents in Nevada and in Portland, in Oregon, both out the refuge. We had over 15 informants out there at the refuge, and these informants were the biggest problems and the provocatorials that cause problems. And they keep sending them in all the time among us. So this is something we've been learning in both these cases, and it's been coming out slowly but surely, and these defendants and their attorneys are slowly getting this information out, which is helping them win their freedom here. Because once the jurors see the truth, they have to come back with a verdict of not guilty, because these guys are not guilty of the charges that they've been charged with at all. So Todd Engel did awesome again. We're proud of him. I miss Nevada already. It's warmer over there. We've got rain and it's colder here. But down here in Portland right now, I'm proud to be here too, supporting these defendants. So here today in Portland, Oregon, we are finished now officially with picking the jurors. Just a few moments ago, we've got 16 seating jurors now, 12 jurors and 4 alternative jurors. We feel like we've got a great jurors now. The defense team came out and spoke with me a minute ago, and some of the defendants, they're very overjoyed about this. And been watching some body language of the prosecutors and other people in the courtroom. One of the things that caught our attention is that the prosecution has been upset at this case for quite a while. And they've been trying to make plea deals with the different defendants, trying to coerce them into taking deals that they didn't do. And people are getting tired of fighting this good fight. The prosecutors did not want to stand for the jurors when they came back in. They stood, but they were the last people on their feet, and they were obviously upset about it. So I know we've got a good set of jurors. I know these jurors are going to be honest. We went through close to almost 100 potential jurors the last couple of days, and we've got 16 jurors now. I don't know all the jurors' numbers or anything at this point. I did see them and sit in court this morning and got to listen to several of their stories. But we will find that out on Tuesday. Tuesday trial officially starts on Tuesday here. So we've got the next few days off. There's going to be some motions and stuff heard in the next couple of days through the defense team, but there's going to be no more court here until this next Tuesday. So we've got a few days off. I'll probably have a few updates here and there as we know something, but I won't know a lot going on until this coming Tuesday. One of the jurors, potential jurors, he brought up, it was just interesting, that he has a piece of property on a lake in southern Oregon, and that he went off to the Army to fight for this country. He had fishing rights in this river. When he came back fighting for this country, there was no fishing in this river. The BLM and the Fish and Wildlife took this right away from him, and he said he was upset about that. He said he could be fair in this case if he would become picked as a juror, but he was obviously thought there was some misjustice done. Most every juror today had heard of the occupation in the refuge. There was only 2 jurors that raised their hand and said they had never heard about it until they got the summons to be a juror from the court. So, but every one of them had heard. They knew about it. They heard about the not guilty verdict back there in Oregon. Several of them said they were obviously surprised about the verdict, and several of them said they were surprised, but they felt good about it. So, as we're seeing this, it's great to see we've got a good set of jurors over there in Nevada. I was over there for several days, and I felt very comfortable about it. I know the defense team was, and this defense team here says the same thing. They're very comfortable with this jurors that we just got seated. So we're looking forward to next week. We have no court in Nevada next week, so it's going to be a dark week there with nothing happening. But we definitely have court here next week, starting Tuesday, and we'll have you a bunch of great information. Did that juror that believed in his rights and stuff, he actually did not get picked. The prosecutors today, they was given the option to get rid of recluse 9 of the jurors, and it didn't matter if it was the color of their hair or what. They could get rid of 9 jurors. The prosecutor picked that juror to dismiss. The defense team had a number of 15 that they was allowed. So those 15 people, they picked them out, and we chose from out of 45 jurors, and we got it down to 16. So, but we do have some good jurors. We feel very comfortable about it. I don't know the number of men and women right now that's sitting on there. Do they see how many men or how many women? We really didn't get to know that just yet. The list was kind of left.
It's definitely more male.
More men. It sounds like. So we really don't know exactly the exact number of men and women at this moment. We'll probably find that out on Tuesday. But I know there was a whole line of men sitting there with very few women. So at the last, the environmentalist ones have been removed. So we don't have those. There was a couple of them that tried to cover up that they were environmentalists with different types of jobs, but they have been removed from the juror. So if anybody else has any questions here, ask me here, and I'll try to take a few questions for a couple moments. And one thing that I wanted to bring up, I flew from Las Vegas, Nevada the other day to Portland, and had to go through security. And this is something I forgot to mention the other day. And I've always thought TSA security was looking for bombs, possibly drugs, or weapons, knives, and I thought that's all that they were looking for when you get on the plane. Well, I found out something very interesting. I had 50 CDs that we had made over there in Las Vegas, Nevada. They were jury nullification CDs to pass out. I left some of those CDs over there for them to pass out, and I brought some over here to Portland. My bag, just a backpack I was carrying with very little stuff on it, just an overnight bag. I had 50 of these CDs in my backpack. My bag was screened and pulled off to the side for extra security measures. And they pulled me over to the side. They took my bag, and they told me I had to stand there by my bag as they went through it. I couldn't touch my bag. And then they dumped my whole bag out, shuffled through it, and I asked them what they're looking for. And they asked me, said, "Do you have any CDs in here?" And I said, "Yeah, I have a whole stack of CDs." And they asked me if I had copyrights to these CDs, and that it's a violation to transport uncopyrighted CDs, that they could be confiscated if I didn't have a right.
Hey, John, I'm going to head out.
See you later.
Oh, yeah.
Anything to say?
Hi.
Say hi to Daryl here.
Hi.
I'll see you Tuesday?
Yeah.
For sure, okay.
I'm going to drive by and drop off their mattress.
Okay, I'll be here. Okay. So I was treated like a criminal at the airport for having CDs, jury nullification CDs, because I did not have copyrights to these. There is no copyright on these. We had permission to make these CDs. They're our own product. So they finally let me go with the CDs at the airport. But what I don't understand is, what does the airport security have to do with copyright? That's Hollywood. That seems like another law enforcement. I'm flying within the United States. I'm not even leaving the country, and they're checking my bag for a copyright infringements. This is the kind of tyranny we're fighting against. This is wrong. They're trying to invent work to do at these agencies. They don't have enough work. They're not finding people with enough guns, I suppose, or enough weapons, or drugs, or dangerous products, so they're trying to find us on little infractions that we might be breaking the law somewhere else. These kind of things, people, is what we keep complaining about and saying what's wrong. I don't mind if they're trying to save my life and keep a bomber off the plane, or they're trying to keep somebody with a dangerous gun or something if it's actually dangerous. I actually feel more comfortable if someone would have a gun on the plane, just in case some nutcase actually tried something. But CDs, having 50 jury nullification CDs, that's not dangerous. The only thing I might be able to do with those CDs is educate a bunch of people. So just a thought I wanted to say, and throw out there, and tell you my experience at the airport the other day. So thanks everybody for joining us, and we will. You want to say something else?
I want to tell
Made
you.
another list.
We made another list. Educating people is what got Lavoie killed.
That's right, educating people. That was another thing one of the jurors said on there. One of the potential jurors, he said that wouldn't it have been smart if someone had just went out and talked to these protesters and tried to work something out peacefully. He said that would make more sense, wouldn't it? And what was very interesting about this, we're told not to have any emotion in the courtroom. One of the U.S. Marshals actually laughed out loud, out of place, when that happened. It was pretty awesome to see that the jurors were even seeing, couldn't they just go out there and peacefully talk to some protesters and tell them, no, you're trespassing, you need to leave. And the case was that they ended up murdering a rancher and a family man without any cause, and it was wrong. So with that note, we're going to sign off, and you guys have a good weekend. We'll definitely see you on Tuesday with some more updates, if nothing else before. God bless, and see you later.